All right, we're here. We're live here on election night. We are right now covering South Carolina primaries. Polls have closed in South Carolina. We are waiting on the first results. So, yeah. So, we are our first race we are watching tonight in South Carolina is Nancy Mace running for renomination Republican Party, the fourth year in a row that South Carolina 1 has had an interesting Republican primary in 2018. Mark Sanford lost to Katie Arrington here. And then in 2020, Nancy Mace obviously won a Republican primary to face the incumbent Joe Cunningham, which she won. In 2022, she defeated Katie Arrington, a Trump endorsee. And now she's facing a challenge from, I think it was Templeton. Both Catherine Templeton and William Young, because of her ouster of Kevin McCarthy, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives. So, all right, over here, this is District 3. This is to replace the retiring Jeff Duncan. We have a few candidates running here. I'll look for the frontrunner in a few minutes, but yeah. And then in South Carolina 4, William Timmons is facing off against Adam Morgan, a primary challenger from his right, from Timmons's right. If you guys are hearing if you guys hear Discord notifications, let me know so I can leave Discord. My Discord out. All right, in Maine, we are only watching one race in Maine second to see who will face Jared Golden. It is Michael Sobolewski and Adam Austin Terrier. Austin here is the front runner. In North Dakota, we have 3 races watching tonight. In the governor's race, we have Tammy Miller, the lieutenant governor of North Dakota, facing off against the congressman from North Dakota, Kelly Armstrong. In North Dakota at large, this is to replace Kelly Armstrong. We have a this is to replace Kelly Armstrong. In we got another race in North Dakota. This one is the ballot measure to have a congressional age limit of 81 years old. And then we have 3 races in Nevada we're watching. Obviously, one of them is the Republican Senate primary between Sam Brown, Jeff Gunter, Bill Conrad, and Jim Marchant. And then in Nevada 3, this is to take on Susie Lee. And then finally, in Nevada 4, this is a race to take on Steve Horsford. So that's what we got so far. And our first results are in, and Nancy Mace has started off here in South Carolina 1. Nancy Mace has a 55-32 lead over Catherine Templeton. We have no results in the third or the fourth. But here we go. Nancy Mace, 55-32 lead right now. All right, so we're here now watching. Let's see. All right, so first results were Nancy Mace barely leads her challenger, leads 55-42. Remember, C needs 50% to avoid a runoff, which is later this summer. Michael Moore leads the Democratic primary for this district, but obviously this district it has been gerrymandered, so it won't be competitive. So that's what we got so far here in South Carolina. All right, there's me right there. So we're going to go with cinema layout tonight with me because of Dante not being here. I'm flying solo tonight. So down below in the description is a link to Dante's new blog, Tuning Out the Static. I am glad that he is starting to make write-ups his official blog, which is great. Congrats to him. All right, so this is our only results right now out of the South Carolina primaries. Um, Hold up, never mind. So polls close the main in 44 minutes. Until then, we're just waiting on results from South Carolina. And I have an official date for release for my documentary. It will be released in 9 days. So next Thursday, it'll be released. June 20th, 2024. It'll be the release date of my documentary, Election Stories 1824. So that is everything I have to say. That is not regarding tonight's elections. So again, we just got early results here in South Carolina, where Nancy Mace leads Catherine Templeton 55-32. Again, we have yet to receive word, and we have yet to receive any more results. All right, since we're not getting many results as of yet, well, I will go over what we have for the calendar for the upcoming cycle. So we're on June 11th. So on June 18th, we got Georgia runoffs, Oklahoma, and Virginia. Virginia will be our main focus for next week. All right, so but we also have Oklahoma, but there's nothing interesting there. And plus Georgia runoffs, which there's nothing interesting for the Georgia runoffs. So Virginia will be our only concern next week. And then on June 25th, in 2 weeks, we'll have Colorado, New York. If there are runoffs for South Carolina, so we'll have runoffs for these races tonight for South Carolina in 2 weeks. and then Utah primaries. So our main focus, obviously, is the state of New York for multiple reasons. Oh, I just realized Arizona moved its primaries to July 30th. Um, I'll probably be live for that as well. And then I will not be live August 1st. We will be live for August 6th. I will not be live August 10th, even though Hawaii is kind of interesting, to say the least. August 13th will be live as well. Um, we'll have runoffs in South Dakota. I didn't even know there was runoffs for South Dakota. Uh, we'll have Connecticut, Minnesota, Vermont, Wisconsin, so we'll be live pretty early. I don't think we have any cool results from Vermont, so we'll be live at 8 o'clock for the Connecticut primaries, and then on August 20th we'll be live for Florida's primaries, and then September we'll have a break for Oklahoma one break on August 27th. September 3rd we'll be live from Massachusetts, and then September 10th is our final primary day. So you guys will. So the rest of the cycle after mid August 10th, I'll be streaming on the laptop. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun streaming on a laptop, but yeah, I don't care. So yeah, we are just here waiting for South Carolina results. I'm refreshing the rest of the South Carolina race to see if they actually put in some results. There is no results so far in South Carolina primaries. So, in the rest of the primaries, I'll just check and see what's going on. Uh, Joe Wilson is facing a primary challenge today, but it won't amount to anything. Ralph Norman isn't getting primary, so that won't amount to anything. Neither is Clyburn, so that won't. And then Fry's on a for Republicans, Ralph Norman and Russ Fry, they're both going to be fine. So yeah, there's nothing else going on right now in any of our South Carolina primaries. So we got a slow start today. All right, so it's not going to be fun for me after August 13th. I will be streaming from a laptop. That's going to be. If you guys were here for 2022, streaming on a laptop was difficult. To be fair, that laptop was old as fuck, but still going to be more difficult than how I'm streaming right now on a desktop. Oh, there we go. We got results. Jasper and that is Doesn't do much. That really does not do much here. Uh, Nancy Mace only gained 12 votes. So it's now it's 200 vote lead for Nancy Mace early. We have nothing yet from South Carolina 3, South Carolina 4, nothing yet from South Carolina 4. South Carolina's getting pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult. Again, even if Mace wins all the counties, if she's under 50, she will go to a runoff in 2 weeks, which I will probably be. It'll probably be an early stream then if it's. It will be a real early stream if it's. But again, we're going to be live in 2 weeks. I will be live next week. I'll be covering the Virginia primaries, but next week we have, but in 2 weeks we got New York, which is in Colorado. New York, Colorado will be most of my main focus in 2 weeks. Next week, all my focus is probably be on Virginia. It'll be an early stream. It'll be a quick stream, probably like an hour, maybe less. But I will be live though. The rest of the cycle, I will be live. I will not go live for Tennessee or Hawaii, but for the rest, I will go live. So yeah, I will go live the rest of the cycle. So right here, we're watching again South Carolina. We have we have no results from other races in South Carolina. And we do. I just jinxed it, but now we do. All right. So here we go in South Carolina 3. This is to replace Jeff Duncan, I believe. This is Stuart Jones ahead here in this Republican primary, ahead of Sherry Biggs and Mark Burns. Kevin Bishop, Francois Franco, and the rest are under 10%. So, again, at least we got something here in these districts. And then South Carolina 4. William Timmons. This is a primary challenge from his right. Adam Morgan, 37.2. William Timmons, 62.8. And we got South Carolina 1 updated. Charleston just jumped in some votes, and Mace leads by almost 400 votes. Almost 400 votes. Again, if she needs to stay over 50 to avoid a runoff. And we got more results from South Carolina 3. We're getting votes pretty quickly in South Carolina 3 now. Biggs leads Edgeville County and Greenwood County. So it's Maine will close in about 30 minutes. what I'm going to do, I'm going to go use the restroom, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I am back. So we are. All right, we're getting results more here in South Carolina. One, Nancy Mace is at 59%. Remember, she needs to stay over 50 to avoid a runoff. We will probably get a runoff here in South Carolina free. And we have nothing yet from William Timmons District. More there. But right now, we are. Nancy Mace might avoid a runoff. And we will most likely get a runoff here in South Carolina free. Remember, they have a 50% rule. If you don't get over 50%, you go to a runoff. So, yeah. All right, boys. So, we're. And we got more results in the first. Nancy Mace stays where she is at 59%, where Young gained and Templeton fell. So Nancy Mace is what she needs to do is remain above 50% to avoid a runoff. In most southern states, they have a requirement to where in the primaries to where they need to be in order to avoid a runoff. And in South Carolina, in most states, that is 50%. Maine closes soon. in 25 minutes. And then North Dakota closes at 9 Eastern, which is in hour 25 minutes. And then Nevada at 10 Eastern, which is in 2 hours 25 minutes. All right, so all right, boys, we got more results here. Stuart Jones expands his lead. We have nothing in for the 10 minutes race, and we have nothing more from the Mace race. We're about 20 minutes away from Maine closing. All right, guys. So Again, we are waiting for. I don't understand why some of these states council as fuck, but all right. Let me see here right quick, and we got more results. Cherry Biggs now leads here, and South Carolina free. It is a very close race, though. We will probably get a runoff here. Remember, it's 50% to avoid a runoff here. And then let's see. Yeah, we yet to get some now 10 minutes race since the original results initial results. So this is what we have so far in South Carolina. We have 3 candidates here over 20. So I'm assuming Mark Burns will be eliminated in the runoff scenario. So, but again, things could change. We have about 17 minutes until polls close in the state of Maine. And then we got about an hour 17 until polls close in North Dakota, which is our most interesting state tonight, other than South Carolina. So, yeah. All right. So, all right. So, this race will probably go to a runoff. I'm not going to speculate. It could all go one way, the rest of the votes, but Alrighty, so main nothing. So, if you guys are wondering why I'm not speaking a lot, I'm just waiting for more results. As you guys can see, we have 8% in. Remember, in South Carolina, it's a 50% avoid runoff. Right now, nobody is in. There we go. We got some results. Now, Mark Burns is ahead. Earlier, it was Stuart Jones ahead. Then it was Sherry Biggs. Now, Stuart Jones is now at third. Mark Burns in second. Sherry Biggs still at first. This is a nice little map here. And Francois Franco, or whatever you pronounce that, is ahead. Is in third place. He's beating Stuart Jones in that district. Interesting. In that county. Interesting. So, we're getting results pretty quick here in South Carolina free. That's the only one that's really producing any results at this time. So right now, if you are not up to speed, we have a race here that's basically a dead heat. Again, two of these candidates will most likely see each other in the runoff in about 2 weeks' time. So, so South Carolina is North Dakota's in about an hour 17. We're about to get results in Maine. Cool. Alrighty, so oh, alright, so Stuart Jones is back in second place. It's fifth for 14 votes. That separates second and third. And then in first, obviously, with a well-rounded lead, is Sherry Biggs. Again, this is a replace retiring incumbent Jeff Duncan. I think his name is Jeff Duncan. Um, Hold on. As you can see, Sherry Biggs has pretty good luck in first place. This is the only open seat in the House, so that's up tonight in the South Carolina. Let me get the South Carolina. Yep, it's Jeff Duncan. The incumbent is retiring, so we have right here race to replace him. This is a solidly red district, so whoever wins this race, it'll be a Republican hold on the district. And it's probably going to go to runoff, which is in 2 weeks. So if anyone's wondering what's going on with the rest of South Carolina's House races, uh, well, Joe Wilson, let's see here, has not gotten anything for him. But the incumbents that have won are incumbent Ralph Norman, uncontested, and Ross Fry, uncontested. And then for the Democrat, and obviously, and the and obviously for the Democrats, Jim Clyburn, the number 4 or 5 Democrat now in the House. He was the number 3 for many, many years. He was the number 3 Democrat for many, many years. He stepped down and he's expected to leave leadership this year. He won renomination as well. So that's what we got so far in the way of other South Carolina races. But as you can see, it's looking pretty close for a race for the second runoff spot between Stuart Jones and Mark Burns. I mean, Stuart Jones and Burns can make the runoffs, but it's very unlikely at this point to see a Cherry Biggs fall off. So that's what we got. But over in Charleston, we have yet to get any more results here out of the first district. Nancy Mace leads 59-27 against Seton. Is the incumbent facing a right-wing challenge. She is up by 32 points, but she only and we just got votes in where the incumbent Mace lost just a tiny bit of the ground there, but she still has a very decent advantage above 50. I think that's what that's Templeton has a lead in that small sliver county thing. So yeah, Jasper County. That it's a small sliver down here. It's probably just a couple hundred votes in that, and for this entire district. Templeton leads that, but again, Mays is still at 50.8%. She needs to be at or above 50 to avoid a runoff. And it's still very early, so we can never know. Back over to the race to replace Joe Wilson. I mean, not Joe Wilson. To replace Jeff Duncan. Stuart Jones has expanded a lead over Burns for second. Um, we have yet to see more than one incumbent lose this year in the primaries. Uh, we've seen only one incumbent, Barry Moore, lose. I think it was Barry. I think it was no, it was Jerry Carl who lost to Barry Moore. He had about 50. He was in a redistricting matchup because Alabama redrew his districts. He lost, but that was a redistricting matchup, an incumbent v incumbent race. So, but incumbents have come close this primary season, but not really got lost. But we've seen some polling now of like New York, some Bowman down. Obviously, Nancy Mace and William Timmons are both having trouble tonight. So there is some of those races where incumbents are facing a challenge, but it is not. But they ultimately do hold on. So yeah, we got about a minute and a half now until Maine closes. No, we got now 2 minutes until Maine closes. So I was out. And we got more votes coming out of South Carolina. One. It was just a little tiny bit, but Young gained ground while Templeton lost ground. May still stands firm at 50.8. So, yeah. When Maine closes, we don't have just counties. We're going to look at communities, which is always fun to do. We saw it during the New Hampshire primary. So, Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, in the Northeast, Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, Connecticut, Rhode Island, they all do their races by towns and communities instead of counties. Maine closes in less than a minute. So again, Stuart Jones has a 2-point lead of second. Sherry Biggs has an 7-point lead, a 6-point lead. Sorry, I can't count today. A 6-point lead over Jones for first. So she has a great hold on first, while Jones and Burns are battling it out for second. And Maine has closed their polls. We should get results soon out of Maine. Maine does take a while, so we're now on North Dakota's now on the clock. So we're gonna, for the meantime, we are staying here in South Carolina. And there we go. Burns has retaken the lead, and for second. He now leads 37 25 to 34 23 over Stu Jones. So Burns and Jones are going back and forth for second in this Republican primary to replace Jeff Duncan. And let's go to South Carolina 1, where Nancy Mace still is holding firm at 59%. It's 12% in, but she's in very good shape to survive tonight. Many thought that she could get into a runoff scenario, but she's looking pretty firm tonight. She has, instead of unlike 2 years ago when she had Trump against her, this year she has Trump that has endorsed her. So it's interesting, but she is an interesting character overall. You don't know where she will vote, but she looks like she'll be fine tonight. It's looking very good for Sherry Biggs here. She will probably go to the runoff in 2 weeks. But the question is, who is going to join her in 2 weeks? Mark Burns leads by about 300 votes. I'm going to estimate 300 votes. So, which is again, we saw Jones at a 200 vote lead. And so vote drops can change second place. But again, we don't know who will be in the runoff. Nothing in for the more of the Timmins race. Maine takes a while to count, so I expect us not to know what's going on in Maine for a bit. And there we go. We got more results here. And what a gain for Burns. He has closed the gap between him and Biggs by this amount. Now he only is down 4 points out of first. But he extended the lead over Jones to 6 points, to about 5 points. So Stuart Jones went from the guy in the lead to now being in third place by a decent amount. Lawrence County is his big vote getting base where he's insane, pretty far ahead. But again, you'll never know what's going to happen. All right, so South Carolina is counting votes at a pretty good pace. We didn't get results for a while, but we are getting them now, the results in a very good pace. Oh, by the way, Ohio 6 has officially have results. That's a margin watch. I will not be covering it on this stream, but it'll be a race to watch margin-wise. I think Bill Johnson, the incumbent that resigned to take over that university, he is the guy that they're choosing who's going to replace him. So that is interesting. Again, margin watch. Democrats have been overperforming in special elections, so we'll watch the final margin there. And whoa. William Timmons is behind. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That's close, but oh, man. Okay, so the incumbent, William Timmons, is losing 52-48, basically, and his re-election bid. He's currently down 52-48 in Greenville, which dropped a ton of votes here, and it went from that's like a 400 vote lead now for Adam Morgan, the right-wing challenger over William Timmons, the incumbent Republican. So that is definitely something to watch here. But Timmons down in his renomination fight. And we got more votes out. The Mace district, Nancy Mace is holding steady at 59%. 59%. So she is probably fine. She will probably be fine. Again, you'll never know what happens. It's politics after all, American politics after all. So you don't know what happens. Oh, okay. So it looks like Burns continues to expand his lead here. Pickens County, Kevin Bishop. The guy we're about to see Kevin Bishop take third place now. So it's looking very, very more likely that will see Mark Burns and Sherry Biggs in a runoff in 2 weeks. All right. No results yet in Maine. So keep in mind we're only still getting only South Carolina results right now. North Dakota closes in about 54 minutes, give or take 30 seconds. So, most polls have closed in North Dakota. All right. So we should get North Dakota results soon, though, it seems like. So, Maine and North Dakota, I thought North Dakota closes at 9, but looks like most of their polls closed at 8. So, seems like we could be getting some decent results here in North Dakota coming up soon. All right, so we got more margins. It's looking like Biggs is starting to lose. Stuart Jones gained some votes. So Kevin Bishop has fallen out of. So as soon as it looked like Sherry Biggs was going to get locked into basically get locked into a 2 weeks, the runoff in 2 weeks. She's now looking like she's now in the top race here, so it's pretty interesting. Nothing more out in Mace's district. Out Timmins district, again, nothing yet. Waiting for votes in Maine and North Dakota to start coming in. Again, we have a referendum on the ballot tonight. North Dakota is trying to put on age limits for their elected officials. The age limit in North Dakota they're trying to propose is 81 years old prior to the election. So the next election. So basically, 81 is prohibits you from running for re-election. So that's an interesting proposal in North Dakota. I think that's the first age limit referendum on the ballot this year, or at all, really. So we'll be watching that pretty closely as well as the governor and a congressional race in North Dakota tonight. We'll also, and we got more results out of South Carolina. Nancy Mace has been hovering between 59.1 and 48.9. So around 59% for the last 20 minutes or so. So she is going to be fine. Like, she has very big leads in Berkeley, Charleston, Dorchester, she's going to be fine. So, back to our South Carolina freeway, it's very, very close. Stuart Jones at 4,300, 5,400 for Mark Burns, 5,700 for Sherry Biggs. So, a pretty interesting map that we're looking at right here. Um, hmm. So again, all right. So Kevin Bishop is at 2,300 and 11%. That's pretty interesting. And then the rest are under 5%. So it's those three plus Kevin Bishop getting a bit of votes. So Young. Oh wait, nope, wrong district. So sorry, Jones is actually getting third in some counties, fourth in some counties. In Newberry, he's getting fourth. Um, no, he's in second in Newberry. My apologies. He's getting fourth in Pickens, is where Jones is in fourth. And then Kevin Bishop is in third in the top three in some of these counties. So he's taking away some votes. So I'm looking on Twitter to see if we got any calls from Lashman. So Dave Wasserman is probably not working tonight, so we don't have any calls from him. So we just have to wait for Associated Press to call some races. So, but that's fine. Waiting for Maine and some of North Dakota come in. I think North Dakota should come in at about 9 o'clock. That's when they'll drop their results. Again, oh my goodness. Okay. 9 votes between the top two. I don't know what happened. I guess they're correcting some stuff there. All right. Oh, we got Maine. We finally got results in Maine. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's only 200 votes, but first results in Maine, we have J, where it's 100% in already. Austin Holt wins there. In Vasey County, in Vasey, I don't know where that is. Oh, it's right here outside Bangor. 100% in. Ferry Holt wins there too. All right, so main results. Both states, counties, or whatever is 100% in. So okay, Mark Burns has taken the lead here in the Republican primary for the 3rd district. Him and Sherry Biggs are in and Stuart Jones are in a fight for the top 2 seat spots for a runoff in 2 weeks. Again, as we're in the new hour, make sure you subscribe and like down below, and then we can get myself to 200 subscribers. And down below is a link to Dante's blog, The Static with Dante. He is going to be posting every Tuesday and Thursday for the near future. So please go give him some love and subscribe to his blog. That would be very appreciated. And Sherry Biggs has now taken back the lead over Mark Burns. It's back and forth race, 37% in here. Again, please leave a like and subscribe down below as we're in a new hour. So, so now all we do is wait here. All right, so. Oh, wow, Mace just. All right, so Here's an update on the Nancy Mace race. C is up 57 to 29. With 20% in, she will be fine. So I'm gonna come back in once in a while to see what's going on with Dime Race, but she's fine. She'll get over the threshold. So back to this race. Sherry Biggs, Mark Burns, Stuart Jones. I almost reset it, so that would have been bad. All right, so we got more results in Maine. Austin Theriault ahead of Michael Sobolewski. Again, tiny votes are coming in, and it's all 100% in for all these towns. But there's so many of them, so it'll take a bit for this district to be very well complete. So that's what's going on in Maine. So back to South Carolina, where you see it's a 300 vote race basically between Burns and Biggs. Jones was in it for a bit. Now he is completely looking out of it. So that's going on in our most competitive South Carolina Republican district. Well, we haven't yet to get more results out of the one where the incumbent, William Timmons, is down, but all right, and Mark Burns has retaken the lead. Stuart Jones has fallen out of this race. So I think it's safe to say that we have our two, but it's going to be close. Yeah, this is going to be close, but Burns and Biggs will be going on to the runoff in 2 weeks. But again, we'll keep an eye on this race because we have nothing from Timmonson's race. They're taking a while to do that. We're about 30 minutes away from actually getting actual results out of where we get our first results from North Dakota. That's where they'll probably drop there to their current results. So 45% in here. No, fuck. I accidentally closed out the Nancy Mace race. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second to get it back up. All right, I got it back up. But again, looking back at this race, the Republicans in the 3rd District of South Carolina, pretty close race, but it's the two that's very close are probably the ones that's going to be in the runoff in 2 weeks. All right, we got more results. The small gains. All right, y'all. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. So here we go. In South Carolina, uh, 3, um, Mark Burns leads by about 200 votes here over Sherry Biggs. Well behind is Stuart Jones. In the first of South Carolina, why did I say North? In the first of South Carolina, Nancy Mace looking very good. She's ahead by about 30 points. So Again, she has to get below 50 for her to go to a runoff, but Templeton looks like she will not force a runoff here. And William Timmons has retaken the lead in South Carolina. So we're going back and forth here in the Timmons seat. So this will be close. All right, and Maine is 60-40 here. Again, all these towns are coming in. It's not even that much of the district. There's so many towns in this district, so it will be a bit before we actually see any meaningful results here in Maine. So it looks like we'll see what continues to happen here in the further South Carolina, where Mark Burns and Harry Biggs are and Stuart Jones are look, two of them are going to go to the runoffs in 2 weeks. Whoops. All right, I'm going to do a macro grid right quick because I think I have some time. So all right, Tennessee. All right. All right, this is not today's, but Falcons, Dolphins, Falcons, Jets, Falcons, 2 kick return, punt return TDs, Eagles, Dolphins, Eagles, Jets, Eagles, 2 kick return touchdowns, 1,000 yards rushing yards. All right. Alrighty, so Falcons, Dolphins, John New Smith. Damn. You know what? Fuck it. Alright. Alright. So Panther Cowboy, Gilmore. Ram Panther, Johnny Hecker. $200 receiving yards in one game. I don't think McCaffrey has done that, but I'll think of some. Oh, DJ Moore. Does it have to be with the Panthers? I'm about to find out because he had. Because, yeah, yep, it counts. All right. Dallas played with Mostert. Cedric Wilson. That wide receiver. Yep. Rams played with Raheem Mostert. Ramsey. There's a ton of Ramseys in the NFL, but I'm talking about Jalen Ramsey. But let's check on results here. All right, Mark Burns leads by about 400 votes here in the Republican primary for the third. For the first, Nancy Mace continues to do well in the first district primary. In the fourth district primary, William Timmons continues to gain votes. All right, Maine second. A pretty good lead right now for Austin Theriault, but again, there's just a very small amount of votes here. And then North Dakota closes in about 40 minutes, so we'll figure out what's happening then at 9 Eastern. So this is what we got so far. All right, back to the grid. 200 receiving yards, played with Mostert. Tyreek, cop-out pick, but all right, Dallas, Tampa. Dallas, Tampa. I forgot. Fuck. Rams, Tampa. Ndamukong Suh. And then Tampa, 200 receiving. Mike Evans literally just did it 2 years ago. Keyshawn Johnson, that's who I was thinking about. Yes, sir. I got it. So, all right, rarity. So, Andy Dalton, what's Venus has already consent. All right. Then Baker's the top one. Then Green, Hecker, C.J. Anderson, Ricky Prohl, Corey Littleton. Could have done better. Steve Smith is the 200-yard one. Veland and why is Trey Henderson an option again there? Trey Lance is the Cowboy. Is the playing with Raheem, the top one, but Cedric Wilson, Brian Jones, Connor Wright, Mike White, Alfred Morris, Quentin Dix. There's some good ones here I could have used. But anyways, we got more results here. So it looks continuing to look like it'll be Burns and Biggs going on to the runoff. And Nancy Mace has just been projected. She will be She will avoid a runoff. She's going straight to the general election. All right, so we got a win here for Nancy Mace with 27% in. So we're waiting for another 17 minutes until North Dakota closes. Hope I got a ping from Discord. All right. All right. All right. So South Carolina won. Get out of here. I'm done with you. Finally. So we can look at our interesting races. South Carolina 4-3 right now. All right. So All right, so updated votes. Nothing has updated, so we're just waiting for North Dakota. Okay, what the hell? All right, guys, we got some interesting results out of Ohio. What the fuck? What? Uh, what? Um, uh, this is the safe Republican district, and yet what is going on? This is a safer district, so this is interesting. I wasn't even going to cover this race. All right, we got more results. Uh, and Burns continues to lead. Bro. Bro, this election is going to be close in Ohio 6. I wasn't even going to cover this one. This is actually crazy. I did not expect this. Okay. We got to keep an eye on this race because this could be an upset. As polls are about to come, results are about to come in about 8 minutes in North Dakota. In Maine, it's a 70-30 race right now between Dario and Sobolewski. And then let's go. I don't know what's going on here. Kirkpatrick has really taken a lead. This is actually interesting. Could be an error, but it's interesting to say the least. Timmons leads right now by 54-45. Kirkpatrick leads again now. Kirkpatrick is a former who was a waiter who quit his job to campaign for this seat. This is super funny. Oh my god. This is a Trump for the district. This is actually funny. Okay. Um, I wasn't going to cover this race at all because I thought it was going to be like in the 70s for the Republican. But one, I don't know what's funnier, that a Democrat is winning this district or that Republicans are performing like 40 points worse than Trump in some of these areas. And we got a call. Austin Farrell will win his race for Congress, the Republican race for Maine 2, defeating Michael Sobolewski. So we're done with Maine for today. Let's go back to Ohio 6, where the Democrat continues to lead. I don't know what's going on here. But we got about a minute until North Dakota officially closes. So this is actually very funny. So this is actually pretty funny. This is actually pretty funny. In Ohio 6. In Congressional 4, South Carolina, William Timmons leads by 10 points. The last time this seat was held by a Democrat was in like 2006 or something. A pretty long ass time. The last time they voted for Democrat for president. Another Trump 70% district really is underperforming in. Really has a lead. Really now leads by 5. I don't know how this is close. This is objectively very fun. Polls have now fully closed in North Dakota, and we're getting results very quick now in North Dakota. All right, let's take a break from this race. We're going to go to North Dakota. The governor primary, Kelly Armstrong, starts off winning Foster County over Lieutenant Governor Tammy Miller. And the at-large district, it is Joey Faldertrack. I don't know how to pronounce that. I hope I pronounced it right. She leads 43-32. And we have a age limit measure here in North Dakota that I'll be watching very closely. We have yet to get results here. All right. No. And Michael Rulli wins the race. I don't agree with the call this early. I don't know if it being called this early. Yeah, this is going to be a massive dim over performance here. All right, boys. Now we're going to go back to South Carolina. All right. So age limit, yes, is leading 63-37 so far. It's early, but it's leading 63-37. I'm just realizing that South Carolina, Nevada will take several hours to do. So I'll keep streaming for another 20-30 minutes and then I'm gonna go because I don't want to stay here all night. And plus I got some busy stuff to do. I have a ton of stuff to do tomorrow. So I'll still stay live for another 30 minutes, but and we got more results here. Burns continue to hold the lead. It will be Burns and Biggs in the runoff, probably. Here in South Carolina free. And we got a runoff call. South Carolina free will be Mark Burns and Sherry Biggs in the runoff. AP has not called this race, but all right. So, South Carolina 4, Timmons continues to expand his lead. Votes are coming in from Spartanburg County. That's where Timmons is doing very well in. He leads 60-40 by 5,000 votes. All right, so we're waiting on. Oh, we just got more results in North Dakota, the congressional seat. Rick Becker closed the gap as coming second in Barnes County. Oh, results coming in very quickly here in North Dakota. This is transferring to the governor's race, but it will probably happen soon. I'll reload some of these tabs. All right. Becker has a lead in Burke County. The congressional seat in North Dakota is coming in pretty fast here. All right, so yeah, this is getting very bad for Stuart Barnes. Stones. He's going to not go to the runoff. It'll be Barnes and Biggs in the runoff in 2 weeks. I'll have that live here on this channel. All right, more congressional district results in North Dakota. The congressional district is coming in pretty fast here in North Dakota. Um, Froder Chalk is ahead of Rick Backer by 11 points. Grand Forks just came in for. Yeah, results are coming in very fast here in North Dakota, this congressional race. Oh, we got a huge drop. All right, Governor. Kelly Armstrong leads big over Lieutenant Governor Tammy Miller. Again, Tammy Miller, or Lieutenant Governor Kelly Armstrong, is the congressman from from North Dakota itself. And they have yet to drop results for the age limit, but we should get it soon. We're getting results very fast here in the congressional district of North Dakota. Let's go over here to South Carolina 4. Yeah, this is over. We're just waiting on a call here. Nothing more from the Timmins race. Seems like we could actually get. Oh, I thought it was Kirkpatrick. It's Kirkchalk who's running in the 6th District of Ohio. All right, Governor of North Dakota, Kelly Armstrong, is getting crushed right now by Congressman Kelly Armstrong. Tammy Miller is getting crushed by Kelly Armstrong here in North Dakota. Yeah, we're getting results very fast here in North Dakota. In the congressional district, Fedor Chalk leads Rick Becker by 12. For the age limit referendum, we are not getting results yet. All right, we have a call. Mark Burns has officially advanced to the runoff. They eventually called Mark Burns to go to the runoff. They'll probably call Sherry Biggs soon. So let's go over some more races. This is South Carolina 4, William Timmons and Adam Morgan. It's a very close race. Then yeah, look at this. Kelly Armstrong, the congressman, is crushing Lieutenant Governor Tammy Miller here in North Dakota's House, the governor's race. In the congressional race, this is what we're looking at. Oh, we got results here in the congressional age limit. It leads 62-37. So North Dakota's age limit referendum actually leads pretty big right now by 3,000 votes here. Looking back at the Republican primary for North Dakota's congressional district, 44-31, Fedor Chalk. And then the governor, Kelly Armstrong, leads pretty good right now over Tammy Miller, the incumbent lieutenant governor. All right. I'm going to go for another 12, 13 minutes. And they have officially called it Cherry Biggs and Mark Burns have advanced to the runoff in 2 weeks. Stuart Jones, who led at one point during this race, will be short. And we're done here for South Carolina for a district. It was one of the most exciting districts of the night, but Biggs and Burns have advanced to the runoff in 2 weeks. All right. All right. So all right, so we're watching North Dakota right now. So this is what we got so far. Kelly Armstrong is crushing Tammy Miller right now in the governor's primary. In the congressional race here in North Dakota, Julie Federchuk leads Rick Becker. And then in the ballot measure here in North Dakota, it is a age limit congressional. Still, it would ban North Dakotans from being elected, appointed to Congress if they turned 81 by the end of the year before their term expired. Oh, wow. We got a result. It closed pretty quickly. But it's still a pretty decent lead right now for the yays. So let's go look at more results here in North Dakota. Federchuk leads by 13.5 points in the governor's race. And there we go. We got a call already. Kelly Armstrong, the congressman from North Dakota, will be the next governor of North Dakota because North Dakota is a red state. He wins the nomination. He's the de facto governor-elect of the state of North Dakota, defeating Tammy Miller. He will be the next governor of North Dakota because, again, as I said, North Dakota is a solid red state. And that's it for the North Dakota governor's race. That one closed up very quick. So we're at a good point where I will probably end the stream about 9:30 Eastern. Like, respectfully from North Dakota, I'm busy, so I'm not gonna stay up all night waiting for Nevada to come in. Yeah, I think I'm at a good spot where the stream will end. I'll end the stream in about 10 to 20 minutes. I'll keep going for a little bit, but right now we are continuing to watch some results in North Dakota. The age limit. This is one of the most interesting proposals this cycle. It limits a person to being on the ballot to 81 years old for Congress. So basically, you cannot be appointed, you cannot be elected to Congress if you're over the age of 81 years old in the state of North Dakota. And the nose, I think it was an error. It was the nose now really big. I don't know what's going on. Is this an error or is this? I don't know what just happened, but I guess the nose really big now. So that's what we got right now. William Timmons continues to expand his lead in South Carolina's 4th district. But the bad news is almost all of his votes has been limited now. So we'll see what really happens in this district when Greenville comes in. Again, we'll watch and see what happens. All right, I think I'm gonna call it 9 at 8:30 my time. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night right now, guys. Um, Thank you so much for watching. Once again, down below is the description. In the description goes to Dante's blog. Avoid the static. Down below again, Dante's. Please go subscribe to Dante's blog. It'll be a great thing to do for him since he just started. So tuning out the static, as Dante's blog is down below. My documentary on the 1824 election will come out on June 20th. So I hope you guys watch. Hope you guys will enjoy that as well. So anyways, that's all for me for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching the stream, and I'll see you guys next week.